Vets. What was the worst pet name you have ever encountered in your job? This guy walked into our clinic with a golden retriever and announced his name was Free Beer. I thought he was joking until he filled out the paperwork. I've been working at this small-town vet clinic for 3 years now. Our waiting room's always chaotic with barking dogs and stressed cat owners. But nothing prepared me for what Free Beer would bring into our lives. The problem started the very next week when Free Beer came in for his shots. Our receptionist Katie had to call out his name while the waiting room was packed with people. "Free Beer!" she shouted across the room. Half the people started laughing, thinking it was some kind of joke. The other half looked confused. This older lady named Helen got really upset. She marched up to Katie's desk, demanding to know why we were mocking alcoholics with free beer jokes in a medical facility. Katie tried explaining it was actually a dog's name, but Helen wasn't buying it. She stormed out muttering about reporting us to the Better Business Bureau. Things got way worse during Free Beer's checkup the following month. The dog somehow slipped his leash and bolted straight out our front door into the parking lot. I had to chase after him yelling, "Free beer! Free beer!" at the top of my lungs. A group of teenagers hanging out by the pizza place next door heard me and started following me around the parking lot. They thought I was advertising some kind of promotion. One kid kept asking where the beer was and if he needed ID. Another one was filming me on his phone for TikTok. Then this cop pulled up thinking there was some kind of disturbance. He rolls down his window and goes, "Son, what exactly are you yelling about?" I'm standing there out of breath holding this golden retriever trying to explain that Free Beer is a dog's name. The cop just stared at me for like 10 seconds before shaking his head and driving away. But the absolute worst moment happened 2 months later when Free Beer needed emergency surgery. He'd swallowed a tennis ball and it was stuck in his intestines. The surgery went fine, took about 2 hours to get that ball out. When the owner came to pick him up, he walks up to Katie's desk and loudly announces, "I'm here for free beer." There was a line of people waiting to pay their bills, and they all turned around staring at him. One guy immediately got angry thinking we were running some kind of scam. "Where's my free beer then?" this customer demanded. "I've been waiting here 20 minutes and nobody offered me anything." Another lady asked if she needed to show ID to get her free beer. Katie tried explaining again that Free Beer was a dog, but nobody believed her. The situation got so bad that people started leaving negative reviews online. Someone wrote, "False advertising, went to pay my vet bill and they promised free beer but didn't deliver." Another review said, "Unprofessional staff making jokes about alcohol in front of children." Our clinic manager, Dr. Richards, had to put up a sign on the front door that said, "No, we do not serve beer. Free Beer is a dog." Even with the sign, people would still come in asking about it. The final straw was when Free Beer came in for his annual checkup last month. As soon as Katie called his name, this woman started recording on her phone thinking she was about to expose some kind of fraud. When she realized it really was just a dog's name, she got embarrassed and left. I pulled the owner aside after the appointment and basically begged him to consider changing the name. I explained all the problems it was causing, the confused customers, the bad reviews, everything. He just laughed and said, "That's exactly why I named him that. Perfect conversation starter." For him, it might be a conversation starter, but for us, it's become a nightmare every single time we see Free Beer on the schedule.